What is everyone talking about right now? Oh, see this is Andre. All right, Princeton. Is he a track athlete? What is this? Okay, all right. Men's track and field. Versatile skill set here. All-time school. Number one all-time in school history in the heptathlon. Okay, all right. I'm intrigued.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Bestball with Bindles. We have our first guest here tonight is TheELCoach. Welcome, sir. How's it going?
Good, man. Pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the invite. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Got to start with the sizzle reel. Good.
We got to start with the Yosivas clip. I made it for ship chasing, so I figured we should get it in the limelight a little bit. He got drafted in the 6th round to the Bengals, so the hype is still on the next Christian Watson light. Okay. We just need him to catch a couple touchdowns and, dream
catch fire. Have you considered that could have been played in an NFL front office? You could have influenced them.
Dude, is big football watching
big football?
Chasing?
Yes.
They might be. Pat Green with all of his hype recently, the $2 million man. They get some YouTube views, yeah. So first up on the docket, we're just gonna go quickly. We've both been in a bunch of rookie drafts, some together, some alone. So we just kind of wanted to go through our thoughts, what we've been seeing so far, kind of like how we're approaching it, and see. Yeah, so let's jump right in.
Awesome.
This is my exposures. So this is the bulletproof tool. They have it for startups, and they also have it. This is scraping a bunch of rookie drafts. Shout out Adiko in the Bulletproof Discord. So obviously Bijan 101, although I got him 104 in one of my leagues.
You got to tell them the story. That's great.
It's one of my friends. He joined a couple of my leagues, and he's never played Dynasty before, and he was like doing pretty good during the season last year. Like, I feel like he actually made some solid trades, surprisingly, and then he kind of just went dormant for like 4 months, and then all of a sudden I wake up and I'm on the clock at 104, expecting it to be Gibbs. I was going to take Gibbs probably, and there's Bijan, and I pretty much piss my pants. So you know what? I have one of the bulletproof analysts in that league, or two actually. But my friend David is one of them, and then Coop, who's like, I think he has a lot of Twitter followers. He tweeted like, yeah, Bijan went 104 in one of my leagues. Like, what the hell? So
just messing up the ADP. It's good. It's good.
It's probably the only Bijan 104. Like, probably. I mean, I can't imagine there's another one. If there was, I would be blown away. Like,
I don't know.
So I mean, you're next up, your boy Anthony Richardson going 102, which.
Bud, we are still basking in the afterglow of that Colts selection. What a moment that was! My gosh, Big Levis the media was all over him to Indy. So I can't tell you how hyped I was when they picked Anthony Richardson. That was incredible, man. So
I feel like it's weird because I've seen like a lot of people like for months and months saying he's going to be the 102, and like everyone was like, no, that's crazy. Like it's going to be CJ Stroud. It's going to be Bryce Young. And it's like the thing that people don't realize, or I guess, I mean, the smart people realize, is that real life football and fantasy football are two different things.
Yeah.
Like, as a real life quarterback, like Anthony Richardson, like, I don't know if he's going to pan out. But for fantasy, like he pretty much, I'm not saying he can't fail, but you're going to be able to trade him for something before he completely goes to zero. So
his rushing, like it's like they say, like his rushing gives him so much time, and that upside is crazy. And it's not like he doesn't have the tools. Like he's great in the pocket. He's got great pocket awareness. His deep ball is insane. Just drops it in there. Those Russell Wilson moonshots.
He doesn't take sacks too, which is a huge thing too, like for young quarterbacks.
No, I think it's exciting. I've seen him go 102 a lot so far, which is great to see. Just want to, I'm excited to watch him play, man. It can't come soon enough.
Do you think there's any case for him 101?
I mean, if you're in a super deep rebuild and you need QBs, possibly, and you can't move Bijan, but then I kind of feel like you're kind of losing value too, because you don't know when he's going to start. And even if you need QBs, it seems like you can still use Bijan to kind of move into some of those elite QBs as well. So, I mean, we don't have football for 3-4 months. Like you got plenty of time to move. I'd still take Bijan because running back is so scarce right now. But yeah, there's an argument.
RB is such like a gross landscape right now. Like even with Bijan and Gibbs entering it, it's still just terrible.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know if you've heard this or seen it, but like Arthur Smith likes to run the ball down in Atlanta. So like I can't imagine them not giving him 300 touches of some kind. Like it's great. It's going to be good.
I mean, yeah, they're going to pass a little bit more, but like not that much. Let's be honest. Like
I hope so, man. I'm holding a lot of pits.
Yeah, I think I'm at 30% pits. So yeah, that's I honestly, between Young and Stroud, like I don't really want either of them, to be honest. Like I think if I wasn't influenced by the market, like an ADP, I think I would probably go Gibbs 103, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously you don't want to take him there, like if you don't have to. So
yeah, I think that's definitely a spot where you can use those guys to upgrade into different, players that have already got a couple of seasons under their belt, maybe figure out a way to get into an elite QB with those two. I haven't had too many of those picks yet, but that's where I would use them.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely of the same mindset, always trying to move like all my value into elite quarterbacks and tight ends, obviously, as we talk about all the time. But I mean, even Bijan, like I want him if I'm competing, but like easily I'll trade him for anyone Deshaun Watson and above.
I mean, there's a case, like I'm stubborn enough to put, I think Gibbs has a legit argument at 103 behind Richardson and over those two QBs. Like that dude's going to get fed. Goff's going to just, I mean, you're talking like the yak enabler and a yak merchant right there. Like he's going to catch so many good passes. That offense is so wide open. Like I'm hyped. It's going to be fun to watch him there.
I'm unfortunately a Lions fan, so yes. I'm excited. I mean, obviously I wasn't excited about picking him number 12, like that the value wise, but like he's good. So like whatever, like I get
it's going to be fun when he's putting up CMC numbers, man.
he's the best receiving back maybe ever, maybe even better than CMC, like as a prospect. Like I'm not saying in real life in the NFL, obviously, but
yeah,
like you just don't get guys that are that good at catching passes. So
yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely, I've seen JSN go before Gibbs a few times. I love JSN, but I just feel like we were just talking about, like Gibbs's value is going to stay so like, even if he has a not great rookie season, he's going to be like a third round startup pick. So JSN,
I mean, Javonte
is very safe, but like it's not the same. Like,
yeah, I mean, Breece Hall is still going in early second. And he's coming, like he missed almost the entire year. What did he play? Like 4 or 5 games, something like that. But yeah, like they're insulated, man. They're safe.
So yeah, obviously JSN is wide receiver 1. I don't think there's really that many people arguing against that.
Yeah.
What about your wide receiver 2? Who do you? I know there's been some debate about QJ versus Addison. What about you?
I would go QJ. I think he's got the best profile, good production, checks a lot of boxes, good size, and I don't like to get real nitpicky about landing spot, but like he hit it with that. I think him and Herbert are going to do great things. They don't have other than Eckler, they don't have a good yards after catch guy down there. I think he's versatile enough to kind of catch those passes at different levels and really help Herbert out, so he's not checking down relentlessly or forcing those deep balls to Williams. So I think it's a good landing spot. He's definitely wide receiver 2 for me.
Yeah, same here. I just think we were talking pre-show, but yeah, like Mike Williams, like I don't like to consider people injury prone, but like if anyone is injury prone, it's probably Mike Williams. And Keenan Allen's 31. So like who else is there? Is Gerald Everett? I mean, Eckler, we don't even know. He's probably going to
Josh
be there.
Palmer. Josh Palmer's still there.
Josh Palmer, pretty much the most mid wide receiver of all time. So yeah, I just think like he's going to hold value super well, and who knows, he might be really good. I don't know. I mean, like he could bust, but that's what are you shooting for? You got to shoot the upside. So
yeah.
So same with me, Addison, wide receiver 3. I mean, I don't love Addison. I think he's pretty much just like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like who to, maybe like Tyler Lockett-ish, maybe like he's just so skinny.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it really matters in the NFL now, obviously, but I just don't think he has the same upside as Quentin Johnson. But he's fine. Like I'm if he falls to me, I'll take him and I think he'll hold his value still pretty well, just not the same upside. What about you?
I feel the same way. I think his upside's definitely capped a little bit there. I have some concerns about the size too. Profile's great, but yeah, I mean, I think I've read some stuff about him having, was it him that was having difficulty with press coverage in college a lot? It's just very, very slight. I don't like talking bad about players though. So I feel kind of weird about that. Like, pretty good player. Like, yeah.
You're not going to complain about it. Like he's fine. Like you can put him in your flex. You're fine.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers, I'm very conflicted on. I feel like I have like a Zay Flowers bias. I don't know if it's just because he's so small. I was talking about on the last stream, but I don't know. I feel like everyone's getting so hype. I mean, he went in the first round and Josh Downs went in the third round. So clearly he's good.
Yeah.
But I don't love the landing spot. Like I love Lamar. I stand Mark Andrews for life, but it's still not a crazy passing volume offense. And
I mean, Monken liked to throw it when he was in Tampa, man. Like that was, they were slinging it. So maybe that's Lamar's next step. I don't know. I
mean, I'm all for it. I would love it. That's the thing too. Like, I think we do like to lean into like the uncertain situations, like where like last year with Seattle, where like everyone was just leaving them for dead, and then look at Geno Smith coming and reviving his career. So yeah, that's a very good point. I think I mean, I think he's obviously talented, and he got drafted in the first round, and yeah, maybe there is more upside there than you would assume.
Yeah,
I personally think Lamar is winning the MVP this year. I'm a little bit biased with my Lamar bags, but I just feel like everything's coming together. Like, so many, like everyone's going to be healthy. They have more weapons.
Oh, don't jinx them like this, man. Come on. Don't put that out there. Like, they need it. Yeah, I'm excited to see. Lamar's got his deal. Like, they're ready to roll. I'm hoping. Like, think the vibes were off in Baltimore. It felt like at the beginning of the offseason, but hopefully, like, things are coming together. Good training camp. I'm excited to watch him play, man. Like, Lamar's top 5, like, most fun to watch guy in the NFL right now. He's great.
He was going criminally low in startups this offseason. Like, I had to stop taking him because he was going so low. Like, it was actually crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a few comments. This is my man David. He's a analyst in the Bulletproof Discord. He said Zay could realistically be the 2. Bateman was the better prospect, but is only a little above average so far. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the same thing with uncertainty. Want to lean into it. But then he said also Zay could be the number 4 on offense, throwing 29 times a game. So, but you got to shoot your shot. Like, whatever. If he is the number 4, he still probably will. You can still trade him for something good after the season. Like, people will still be hyped on him. So
yeah, I agree. First round wide receiver, got to take him.
Can't go wrong, really. Yeah. All right. Levis. I mean, I don't think we really have to talk about him that much. I mean, I think he's pretty terrible, but you never know. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, and I mean, yeah, they'll probably let him cook at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Tanny's old, and I mean, who knows? Maybe Henry will be traded. Who knows? I don't know what will happen, but
as long as he can get the ball to Burks, man, and some Chig, get some Chig in there, that'll be good. But yeah, like I've given up trying to offer like takes on QBs that are rookies coming in because it's such a crapshoot, man. Like he played hurt a lot of this year. Like, dude's an Iron Man. Not going to fault him for that. Played with a lot of injuries. That's tough to do. And there was not much around him on that team. But, Vrabel gets a lot out of guys. I think Vrabel's a great head coach. There's not a lot there on offense. So he's got a pretty open runway. I think he's a good late round best ball target for sure. But yeah, if he's there in Dynasty, like, you kind of have to take QB.
Yeah, I think
you don't want to let him slip.
I think 110 is his ADP in here. That's a little early for me. I think if he fell to like after maybe Mayer, like at 202, like 202, 203 range, I think.
I've seen him go there a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think people still are quarterback hungry. Obviously, like in my league where Bijan fell to 104, people will do some crazy things when they think they need a quarterback in Superflex. So
yeah, man,
I can see it, but yeah.
A lot of stories you can tell yourself with Will Levis. I'm glad the Colts didn't, but
yeah, you must have been sweating bullets up to that.
Yeah,
man. Okay, Dalton Kincaid. What are your thoughts on him? I'll let you go first.
I don't know, man. I a lot of like going 109, 110, 111 usually from what I've seen. He's a good prospect. Is he 4th or 5th year college player?
I know he went to like San Diego. He was a walk-on. He only played football for not very long, and then he transferred to Utah. So I think 5th year.
Okay. I'm excited to see how he fits in with the Bills offense. Like, the Bills clearly made some changes. I think they're trying to become a more physical offense with, they brought in Damian Harris and Latavius Murray at running back. I think they're going to be running a lot more later in games. We got to see if Dalton Kincaid can get in front of what's his name? I forget that.
Dawson Knox. Yeah.
Dawson Knox is still there. And yeah, I mean, it could be like a Zach Ertz situation from last year where, rookie doesn't see the field too much until later in the year or an injury. So I like Sam Laporta better, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of wait.
I feel like taking tight ends early in rookie drafts, I don't get the point of it, because
not for me.
There's only a few tight ends that really matter anyways. So, I mean, like, I don't think Kincaid, like rookie tight ends, even tight ends usually don't do anything for a few years anyways. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a not landing spot, and I do think Kincaid is a good player, but like, just trade for him in a couple years if he does break out. Like, there's no point. And to me, I mean, obviously he's probably going to hold his value pretty well because he's on the Bills.
Yeah.
Everyone on the Bills gets steamed up. So I think it's fine. But personally, like, I haven't taken any so far, and I probably won't.
Same. Yeah.
Just the opportunity cost there is too high for me. All right. So What are your Charbonnet and A-Chain takes? Like, who would you go ahead of the other one, and why?
I mean, for swagger, you got to go A-Chain in front. 4.3 speed, another dude that's fast on the Dolphins. He carried the ball a lot last year in the SEC. Small dude, but like he carried the mail, man. I'm excited to see what they do with him, even if he only gets 12 to 16 touches a game. I think he's going to be efficient. You only got to hit the edge once with that kind of speed, and you're gone. He catches too. Charbonnet, obviously, like a better profile. I think he's in a great landing spot too. But obviously, you've got Walker there. I don't know what like how Carroll's going to split that up. But like, I think you have to take Charbonnet in that spot too. Like, if something happens to Walker, I don't know. I'd like Pete Carroll put Charbonnet in quick. We've seen Pete Carroll make similar decisions with running backs in the past, even without injury. So
yeah, I'm pretty much of the same thought. I think I was really struggling. I think my first pick I had in a rookie draft was between Charbonnet and A-Chain. I think I went Charbonnet, but I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong. I think A-Chain, like, he hit the nut landing spot. I was kind of out on him just because he's so small. But I mean, he's literally Raheem Mostert, but 10 years younger.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Like, we saw Jeff Wilson and Mostert like average like pretty much 15, 16 points a game. And I mean, A-Chain's, I think, better than both of them. So whatever. It's going to be his first year, who knows? But going forward, that's an offense you want to be a part of. So I like
just
that.
Put Tua in the red no contact jersey and let them have fun, please. Like, we've earned that. I want to see that. I want to see a full season of Tua and that offense just humming, please.
Yeah, man, it's a fun offense to be a part of. So
yeah.
And then Charbonnet, like, same thing you said. Like, we like big boys that can catch passes, and he's a big boy that can catch passes. So I think, even though the landing spot for A-Chain is great, I still think I would go Charbonnet, just because, I mean, running backs get hurt all the time. Like, I'm a Michigan State fan, so I mean, I love Walker, like, as a real life football player, but he's not, like, he doesn't seem like the type of guy that, like, coaches love, because he runs weird, he takes losses, he doesn't.
Are you going success rate? You're going success rate?
Yeah, I mean, he just, obviously, like, I played football, so I know that it's like, I think you have to take numbers with like a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I mean, if you end up busting off like a bunch of long runs and you take some losses as well, like, it's fine, like, whatever. Yeah. But
Charbonnet a little bit more predictable.
So, I mean, whatever. Like, and he's a running back, and so he could get hurt. So I think.
Yeah. I'm curious to say, like, if they like alternate series, kind of like how that'll work, how they'll split touches. But
that's actually really good. That's a really good point. Yeah, that's like Chicago did last year with Monty and Herbert.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. But yeah, I think he'll hold his value because of that. Like we said, like, whether
profile
right now or in a year or whatever, like, he's going to get a chance and he's going to produce. So, okay, let's do a few more and then we can hop into a draft. But I think it's pretty much the same conversation with Mayer as Kincaid. Like, get someone cheaper or use him to trade into someone that matters, a wide receiver or something.
Yeah, I agree. Trade back, get Laporta again. Like, same thing, man. Like, I've seen Mayer go right in front of Laporta a few times, thankfully. But yeah, I think not a Mayer guy. I like the athleticism of Laporta a little bit more. Landing spot, like, I think Laporta definitely has a lot more, like, a lot clearer path to targets in that offense, I feel like. But yeah, like, I just pass on Mayer, trade back, get Laporta, man.
I think, he actually fell to like the 301 or something in one of my leagues. I was trying to trade up, but the guy wouldn't take it. But yeah, people are so thirsty for tight ends, which is why I guess I'm coming from a place of like, I pretty much all my teams have Mark Andrews or Kyle
Really?
Pitts. So like, of course I don't care about the tight ends, but
Yeah. No, it's good to have, because when you God forbid, like your good tight end gets hurt or something like that, like there's nothing worse than being out a good tight end. So like this is the cheapest point you can get a good one, like good profile and stuff like that. Like, yeah, soak them up.
okay, last one. We'll just say, why is Jonathan Mingo going 203? It makes no sense.
Big, tall, and fast. Looks, same uniform as AJ Brown. Like, I don't know, man.
People are just like, okay, well, he's big and he went to Ole Miss, so he's gonna be good.
Yeah, right. Like, I guess that's how it works. I don't know. I don't have any shares yet. I've seen arguments both ways where like even people that are saying like, yeah, his production profile isn't great, but like still he's ticking up in cost. Like it's an investment there. I can see that case. Like if you can't trade back or anything like that, like fine, get him, and then either you hold him and see what happens, or you move him in the next couple of months. But yeah, that's a weird one. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't touch him with the 10-foot pole, to be honest. Like, if he fell to me like late second and they're whatever, but there's just other profiles that, like, I honestly, even Rashee Rice, like I would take Rashee Rice over him just because he's on the Chiefs and you'll probably be able to sell him. Josh Downs and Mims, I have way too much Mims right now. Like I've taken like 5 or 6 shares already. Not as much Downs because I feel like they go in the same range.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I do think you're splitting hairs because I think they both are good profiles. Obviously, Mims snuck into the second round, but basically a third rounder. So I mean, whatever. But I'll still take the draft cap. I'm a draft capital truther, so I'll still just go with it. But yeah,
I'm excited to see what Mims looks like in Denver. There, that'll be interesting.
I just hope he's not KJ Hamler, but I just feel like KJ
the Spider-Man meme. They when the first time they meet each other, like they're just pointing.
I feel like KJ Hamler, like I was in on him. Like he went to one of my rival high schools. I'm obviously older than him, but yeah, like so like I've known about him for a long time. And so I was like all in on him like when I first started playing Dynasty, and it's just like he's too small. Like I'm sorry, like it just doesn't work. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe it didn't work for those people, but it's gonna work for us. But I mean, the NFL is moving towards small wide receivers, so I guess you can get yourself into that argument. But
this is the story I told myself with Elijah Moore a couple of years back.
Hey, I'm back in, baby. I'm back in. They drafted great. Cedric Tillman, but I mean,
yeah, good stuff.
Alrighty, man. Well, you want to hop into a draft?
Yeah, man. Let's go for it.
I was going to go over my exposures, but I think we took a little minute, so maybe after. Let's see. But yeah, man, what have your thoughts been so far? You said you did one so far?
I've got one draft in on Bestball Mania 4. It was great. I think I had a Baker Mayfield auto pick somewhere in the later rounds. So
I did too.
That was good stuff. Thank you for that, Underdog. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm excited. Like huge, $3 million main prize.
Up top. Yeah, which is absolutely insane. Like
I think like right now, I know we were talking about this like before the show, but like right now, great time to get in. And the rookies still haven't really caught up to what their ADP will be later on. So you can get them definitely a lot cheaper.
Super cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. We just don't know the schedule yet. It's a little important. What do we got till like May 10th, May 11th until it drops? So
yeah, we got a little bit of time. So I watch too much Bestball content, obviously, hence why I'm streaming Bestball. But I've been doing a lot of breaking ties with division matchups.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I feel like it's obviously not the best strategy, but like it's all we have right now. So
Yeah. How many QBs do you like to have?
How many QBs?
Yeah.
It depends. If I get like, I would say up until like T-Law, maybe like if I get one of those guys, then I'll probably go 2. Or if I get like one of the like 2 of like the middle range guys, I'll go 2. I think I lean 2. Just I don't know if it's just from the past, like that's how I've always done it, but I think if you have a luxury pick at the end, you can always just tack one on. Like if you're between some like 18th round running back or 16th round running back that isn't really going to do anything, and you have enough running back, like you can make the argument for a QB. So,
all right, on. Dig it. Before you start this draft, what are the odds that what are you gonna do to secure Mandrews?
You know what? I don't know if anyone's in here with us, but I've been taking him, like, obviously the ADPs are kind of lining up where this happens a lot, I think, but I've been trying to take Andrews first and then hoping Lamar falls to me.
Spicy.
I like the 3-4 turn.
Yeah.
It's been happening a lot. Like it's weird though, because I think because the contest is so big, I think there's a lot of like people who don't know what they're doing, to be completely honest. And so like I got sniped earlier today, like on so many, like I had a team where I had almost no stacks because people were just one-offing like random guys that didn't have any stacks, had no correlation, nothing. And
just ruining your day.
Yeah, just ruining my day. I mean, like the team was good, but like stacking is so important for like actually trying to win a tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously now there's the regular season and more money towards that, so I guess that helps a little bit. You can still say to yourself like, okay, well, I have a chance of winning some money, but yeah.
That's kind of how, like in the one that I've done, that's kind of how I thought it through, was like just trying to push for the best regular season team, because the prizes for that are pretty substantial. And then just kind of see where it goes. What'd you end up with here?
We got the 110. I've been getting so many 110s, or 109, 110. I don't mind it.
All right.
Yeah, I think let's see how it goes, but I think we should probably go. I like Bijan actually. Bijan or Diggs, or if someone falls to us.
Right on.
But yeah, I got a really good Diggs team earlier, and I actually reached a few picks for Waddle to get the AFC East correlation. So yeah, we'll see. You'll see how much of a sicko I am.
That's good. Hey, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. What's the most you've reached so far on ADP to get a stack together? Have you had too much, or is it just kind of lined up the right way?
I would say like if I have when I had Waddle, I'd be willing to reach maybe like the most I would reach is like a round, like at most. Like the only exception I would say would be for rookies, like in the later rounds. Like there's been some rookies where like I know they're gonna go up, and because it might be closed because it might fill too quick. But
yeah,
like if we're thinking of like now versus August, you kind of have to think of like, okay, where are people going to be drafting in August, and you can justify taking like 30 picks past 8 or earlier than ADP. So
yeah. Disrespectful to Christian McCaffrey there. Jeez Louise. Oh, Bijan.
104 is.
That's a take.
Okay. Cup, Diggs. What about you? Do you think?
I love both of them. They're both monsters.
Is there any wide receiver here like you have a preference?
I mean, I think Diggs is going to get the most volume plays on the best offense, I feel like there. The only thing that freaks me out with Cup is Stafford's health is just, I feel for the guy right now. Like it's tough.
Yeah, I love Stafford as a Lions fan, but I mean, he's just been beat up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
What do we got?
we'll see.
Lamar,
I
was
think
that Lamar Jackson in round 1?
Lamar Jackson at 108.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, I say I mean, you're the guest here, so I'll let you choose.
Oh, I can't, man. This is your money. You do it. You got to pop it.
What's your lean though? I want to know your take at least.
I mean, my take would be, I feel like Diggs.
Okay, let's go Diggs.
I don't know. Well,
I'm fine with Diggs. I'm fine. I feel like it's easier to.
Looks like they chose 4. Yeah, they already took Cup. So.
No. I took Diggs.
Oh, did I miss it?
Okay, so what about next? Okay, let's get one of. Hopefully, I doubt one of these guys will fall, but let's try to get one of these guys. If not, okay. I kind of view these guys all the same. That's what I was saying. Like I like to reach a little bit for Waddle to get the division stack, but
all right.
I'm open to any of these guys.
Yeah, I like it. I'm all like.
Oh, I guess Garrett Wilson. Oh, there we go. I say we go Devontae.
Do it.
Diggs Devontae is pretty nasty start.
Yeah. You just collected like what 300 combined targets between the two of them.
more than 300. Yeah.
Goodness.
We're starting. I feel like I lean 0 RB most of the time.
Yeah. That's the mistake I made in the one draft that I've done so far was I went RB heavy early on, and man, wide receiver clears out real fast. So you got to get those wide receivers in early, especially like I think it's worth it. Most definitely.
With all the rookies and like everyone, like I just feel like you can just get such an advantage at wide receiver, and then just whatever, you can take 7 running backs, and like all you need is like one guy to get hurt, a couple guys to break out, and you're trying to take down the tourney. So
yeah, man, QB's going. Wow, that is nuts. Oh, we got some Diggs call outs in the chat too. Love it.
Okay, so let's see. We are at next pick is 34. So you know what? This is actually the perfect spot to try for that. Oh no, because Lamar already got hurt.
Yeah,
already got taken.
First round Lamar.
Because that honestly that would have set up perfectly, because that's the perfect. It's the same thing that happened to me earlier, except I took Waddle instead of Adams because Adams was already taken. But yeah, okay. I doubt Paul. Yeah, okay.
Did he go as soon as you clicked on it?
Yeah, literally.
That was great.
So wait, so who are some guys that you like in this range?
Gosh, I think you can stack Higgins because Burrow hasn't gone yet, right?
Burrow has been going pretty late. Yeah,
I like that. If you want to grab your 1 RB, I feel like Henry's a good choice there. Fields is good. Yeah, there's some. Oh, there's your guy. You know Andrews is coming up.
I mean, I'm still down to take him because we're looking like a 0 RB build. So you want to lock up the elite tight end. So if you want to do that, we can do that. I'm good with Ramondre. I'm good with ETN.
All great options. All great options here. What's your preference between Ramondre and ETN this season?
So I think I lean Ramondre. I think ETN just scares me. Okay, we're on the clock. What would be your pick? And then we can. I like Ramondre because it correlates with AFC East.
Do it. That sounds good.
Who knows? Mark Andrews might fall to us. We don't know.
Yeah, man.
Because
the juggernaut AFC East drawing in all the prime talent, those late December games. It's going to be great.
I mean, yeah, New England, Buffalo could be week 17, so.
Yeah. Wasn't that what Was Kareem's team that had a lot of New England guys up for the Week 17 game, right?
He had Taekwon. He had who else did he have? I know he had Taekwon.
Okay.
I think he had like was it Kendrick Bourne or Jacoby? I forget. I think he had a couple New England receivers.
And Tua was there for the vibes, most importantly.
Okay.
Brady outshined him. He had to go for the glory.
We got our one true king.
Look at that. You did it. I'm glad I was a part of this. This is great.
It was bound to happen, let's be honest. The Bestball gods needed it.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Okay, so we're off the clock for a little bit. So
what do we got so far, Andrews?
So right now we have Diggs and Adams. So we got 2 elite vet receivers. We got Ramondre, who let's talk about Ramondre for a little bit.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about him earlier. What are your thoughts on him this season?
Man, I'm hyped. RB1 definitely has a chance of happening. The overall RB1, provided Lenny doesn't end up in New England somehow. Like, I'm excited.
That would kill my soul.
I mean, I would love it in some places and not love it in others. But dude, Ramondre he's fun to watch, man. And you don't see too many big guys with that kind of wiggle. And just, check down machine, gobbles up all those passes, very elusive runner. Like I'm excited. I think they have a legit offensive coordinator this year. So that's a step in the right direction.
I hate Matt Patricia. Like he is like the most like fake sharp guy. What was the thing they were talking about, that he was like a rocket scientist or something? Like,
really?
What does that have to do with anything? Like, this man does not know anything about how to run a football team. I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, I can only imagine if he was a rocket scientist, he'd be like yelling at just imagining him in a stressful situation with astronauts while he's at mission command, and he's just like screwing around with that pencil and just yelling at the astronauts the entire time. Doesn't
he's just eating food. That's what he's doing.
The craft service table at NASA. Rest in peace.
He's spending millions of dollars on Uber Eats.
They also have that astronaut ice cream there. That's really good for the sweets. It's good. If you like chewing on styrofoam.
We got Fat Lenny. Yes, we're both Fat Lenny appreciators.
My round 15 ride or die.
Yeah.
We start up this off season.
I think he's actually good value right now. He's like going like 190, where like he's gonna sign somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Chargers. Make it happen. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna sign to a semi-contender at the least. And yeah, like we said, we like fat boys that can catch passes, and he's the number one example of that. Like, he's not that good, but he's just big. He can score touchdowns, and he can get high value touches. So
yeah, man. Oh, we're
all right.
up here.
Let's not auto ourselves. So let's see who's coming up. So we took our one running back. I usually don't like to double dip unless someone falls way past ADP. If I already have one, I usually like to wait until round 9, 10, depending on who's there. But I think we already have an elite tight end, so no Kittle. D-Hop has been falling all the way to 58. I mean, that's pretty nice right there. Judy is falling.
Are you a big Judy guy?
I'm not. Like, I don't, like, before this season I was way out on him, and then I've really been trying to like not like just hate players and like actually like objectively see the other side of it.
Yeah.
So
I was so hyped for that dude coming into the league. I was so hyped. I thought he was going to be the next like automatic Stephon Diggs, just ready to go, but not yet.
Yeah, David's saying Hop should fall some. He should, but he just went right before us, unfortunately.
What are you thinking here? This is a little gross.
I don't love Terry or Pittman, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think JSN is going to go up. Like, the rookie hype is going to go up. So, I mean, it's only 3 spots below ADP. So I say we take JSN.
Yeah, man. Lock it in.
Alrighty. So we're up here in a couple picks.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
it's
that
tough.
heat.
Like Kittle's falling way past ADP. I would love to take Kittle, but I feel like we already have one elite tight end. It's in we have to allocate our resources
Yeah.
better. Terry.
Think T-Law makes it through?
Yeah, we can. If
Or is that
T-Law
too early
falls,
for
we could
QB?
take T-Law. T-Law.
Look at DeAndre Swift right there.
T-Law, Swift. Oh, we have Andrew, so we could do Dobbins. Oh, Dobbins went. Okay, what are you thinking here? I mean, I'm fine with taking T-Law and trying to stack them up with some guys later on.
Yeah, when's Ridley usually going right now?
Ridley goes in like the 30s. So but we can go for Ingram, we can go for Zay Jones, we can go for Tank Bigsby who got drafted. I mean, yeah.
It's your call, man.
Let's go T-Law. I mean, like I said, I think it's good to get like he's like one of the last guys where I'm comfortable going to.
Yeah.
So we can still stack them up a little bit. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on T-Law this year? I mean, I think he looked really good at the end of the season. So,
dude, yeah, it's coming together. I'm excited to see him and Ridley. It's amazing what having a good head coach with like a sound offensive, environment will do. He was just an assassin down the stretch, man. Like moving all over the place.
I mean, I just think he has the weapons too. Like we're saying, like there's a lot of guys you can stack him up with, and they're gonna pass a lot. I mean, yeah, even eat Etienne out of the backfield. So
yeah. Evan Ingram just spamming drag routes across the middle of the field. It's about time, man. Like if somebody figured out how to use him, he was great last year.
That was great. Like I was buying a lot of Evan Ingram on the cheap last year, and I never thought he would like go off the way he did. Like I thought he would be solid, but like he was going crazy. Okay, yeah, the running backs. I hate the running backs in this the RB dead zone. Like I think you can take one if like one falls like I said, like maybe like 10 picks past ADP, which sometimes they do because people are grossed out by them. I'm fine with it. But yeah, like I don't think I've taken a single Pacheco. I've taken one David Montgomery because he fell to like pick 95. So I was like, pass that up. But
do you think Pacheco's the lead back going into the season, or do you think they are going to bring anybody else in?
I mean, I don't really think so because McKinnon was balling for most of the season. I mean, in the playoffs, I think McKinnon didn't really do much the last couple of games, but I know he's old, but I don't trust running backs without draft capital. So
yeah,
and I say that as we take Ramondre Stevenson, who
it's okay,
but they didn't draft anybody, so
whatever. Yeah, he survived, man. McKinnon in the fantasy playoffs, though, oh my goodness, a man possessed. It's like back-to-back 30-point games.
Yeah, he was definitely leading people to. I mean, I don't know. Probably not championships because I think. Oh no, I think week 17 he was going. Yeah, I was gonna say that was the real life playoffs, not fantasy playoffs. Yeah. Okay, so I think we should probably go. This is a prime wide receiver range right here. Hollywood, Treylon, Deontay, Gabe. I mean, we have Diggs, so we could go for the stack right there. I mean, I like these other guys way better.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Gabe went, so there we go.
Wow.
Any preference here between these guys?
Oh man, I mean, Hollywood was balling early in the season, but Kyler's going to be out for a while. That's a little concerning. Burks is definitely the alpha there in Tennessee. Deontay, always a lock for like 100+ targets. It's kind of, what are you thinking with how you want to build this out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with taking Hollywood just because I think even if Hop's there, he's still gonna do pretty well.
Yeah.
And Traylon correlates with Trevor Lawrence as a little bring back, so we could do that. So I mean, we'll see who falls. But yeah, I think they're both good bets there. So let's see who falls.
You got any takes on Jahan Dotson going into the season?
I'm trying to be objective about it. Like, I don't love Jahan Dotson, but maybe some. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, I mean, this is pretty far past ADP for Marquise. I say we take Marquise.
Yeah, man.
You got to balance the ADP fall versus the correlation with Traylon. So I mean, there you go. He goes next. Okay. But yeah, I don't love Dotson, but I think if I have a team where I have a lot of NFC East, like if we took AJ Brown or CeeDee Lamb or something, then I'd tack him on to try to get the Week 17 stuff. But I'm not avoiding him. I'm just meh. I'm just right in the middle. Like, I don't really care.
What's your favorite kind of division to get? Oh, we're on, right?
Let's see. Akers is way past ADP. We don't have any quarterbacks we can stack right now. We could go Engram, but that's a little early. You want to go Engram or Dotson?
Oh, I mean, you just said you don't like Dotson. It sounds like Engram.
Okay, let's go Engram. We already have 4 wide receivers, and the general rule is 5 before round 10. So I think we're fine. Like, it's a little early for your 2 tight ends, but I think with the correlation, you can justify it. So I think we're good.
Right on.
So, but yeah, Dotson, I'm very meh on him. Like, I think that's the other thing is, like, if we would have had NFC East guys, I would have probably leaned there, but let's go we need to stack him with T-Law with somebody since we don't have Ridley. So
yeah, I'd say what's been your, like, the division you found yourself kind of featuring the most in your builds so far?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think I think AFC East it's just really easy because like if you get Diggs in the first round and then you can get what's his name? You can get Garrett Wilson for AFC East. You can get Waddle, and then Tua's pretty cheap. Actually, you know what? I've been getting a lot of. I have a shit ton of Seattle, because Lockett goes like 67, which is like, I think people are discounting him because of JSN.
It's so stupid.
And then Gino.
Yeah, I don't get how Lockett is still so freaking cheap all the time. Like, just the forever discount in place. It makes no sense. He's just
good at football. Yeah. Like, he's not going to stop. I mean, he's old, so he could, but it's like he didn't show any signs of decline. So I don't get it.
Every year, back end wide receiver 1. Every year.
He just consistent.
Yeah. Oh, look at Tua right there.
Okay. So, that one's our next pick. 106. So,
what are you feeling?
We can think of, we have 2 tight ends, so no, we don't have to look at tight end for the whole rest of the time. We have T-Law, so yeah, David is mentioning it in the chat.
Jacoby and late Jimmy.
Yeah. I like late Jimmy. That's good to stack with Devontae, because I mean, when Devontae's, he's going to be putting up big numbers, and who's going to be throwing the ball? It's going to be Jimmy. So, I'm good with James Cook. I don't like James Cook at all, but it's fine if he falls really, really far past ADP.
He could catch passes. He could.
I mean, yeah. We need some AFC East guys, so that's fine.
I got to say, I'm a big fan of David's super backdoor Taekwon max stack. That sounds incredible.
I mean, yeah, we could push it. We could really push QB2. I mean, I'm down with it.
That sounds like something you would order at Fuddruckers back in the day. It sounds incredible.
AFC West and East play this year. Some outside playoff games between New England, Buffalo. Oh, okay, there you go. Well, we didn't even know that, but Okay, let's see. So, okay, Charbonnet, I'm good with. I think I would lean one of these guys just for the Buffalo.
Ooh. So half PPR, do you go Dame Harris or James Cook?
I mean, man, I just hate James Cook, to be honest, but I don't know. That's
It
tough.
seems like the vibes are telling you what to do then. Your emotions.
They're getting the best of me. Yeah, I honestly don't like in Dynasty and Best Ball. Like on one hand, I could probably count the amount of times I've taken James Cook, to be honest.
Yeah. Juju and Jacoby right next to each other. Look at that.
That's the Spider-Man meme. That's the
yeah,
Spider-Man.
intertwined. Very wholesome.
Okay, quarterback. We could go Geno to stack with JSN.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, let's see. Okay, there you go. James Cook went, so I don't have to.
That burden, it's lifted from your shoulders.
And Geno went. Okay,
Geno
so
went.
do you think we go? Yeah, let's go Damian Harris.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna say I was gonna try to see if we had to play the ADP game, but Harris goes first. So let's see. If we're lucky, we get one of these guys because they both correlate with what we're doing. So
Love it. It's all coming together.
it's coming together pretty well, honestly. It's we can get that'll be our fifth wide receiver. Yeah, we need a wide receiver here.
Sky Moore. Still getting pumped. I love it. Are you in on Sky Moore this year in Dynasty or Best Ball?
I think I still have a few shares in Dynasty from when I drafted him last year, but I wasn't like actively trying to offload him, but
Yeah.
I just whatever. Okay, so what do you think? If both of them make it, who do we go? Juju or Jacoby?
We've already got some Patriots.
We have both, so I mean, it doesn't really. Either one is advisable. So
I mean, I feel like Juju has kind of less competition around him. Jacoby's got to contend with Devontae there.
It looks like both of them are going to fall, so we'll see.
Dealer's choice.
I'll defer to you.
Oh, come on, please.
Okay, I'm going to take Juju. I don't know. I
There
feel
it
like
is.
Let's aim for the max stack.
Love it.
Because I think Jimmy goes pretty late too. They both go very late. Okay, let's queue up Mac Jones just so we don't forget about him because he goes way late. So we'll probably forget by the time we get back around to him. Okay, so we're at one quarterback, two running backs, which is good because we took our first one early and then we got divisional stack with Damian Harris.
Yeah, that's great.
That's very nice. We got Diggs, Adams, two elite wide receivers. We got JSN for the rookie late season push. We got Hollywood who can pop off, and we got Juju who he correlates, but anything I can't really say anything nice about him other than that. But you never know.
Man draws targets sometimes.
He does draw targets. That's true. They're short. They're short.
They're very short and intermediate. It's almost like you know what you're doing here. Like this is impressive. Some people are saying you're putting on a clinic.
They don't call us sickos for nothing, okay? I have been doing Dynasty and watching Best Ball streams all winter, so
it's good. Passes the time. It's good content. It's wholesome.
Okay, so my thoughts are A-Train's probably not going to make it to us, but I would love that. But we can also do. I like Elijah Mitchell in this range. I like Algier. I like Gibson. And then I'd say we can look for Zay Jones. And then after that, Mostert or Jeff Wilson for the Miami AFC East.
I love how deep you're getting into the record bin here. This is good. This is good. This is a good looking queue.
And then QB. I don't think there's no one we can stack with, so there's no point in taking one now. So yeah, we'll see. And then tight end, we're done. Oh yeah, we didn't mention our Lord and Savior Mark Andrews.
He's there.
We pray to him 5 times a day.
Tell the people.
And then Ingram. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm very happy with this so far, to be honest.
So what's your ideal number of running backs to kind of close this out?
I mean, I think with Ramondre and Damian, I would either go 5 or 6. It just depends on, I think with this wide receiver core, we can either go, I usually lean 7 wide receivers. We're good at tight end. So, and we'll probably only take 2. So, I mean, we could go 2, 7, 7, 2. I mean, it depends. It honestly just depends who falls to us. I'll just take whoever is the better value. You know what I mean? But 7 is a lot of running backs. Usually I would only do that in a 0 RB. So we'll see. Maybe if Tyquan.
How's our guy that took round 1, Lamar, doing?
Oh, God. Lamar, Odell.
I'm sorry. Is that a round 2 Odell?
Honestly, this one might get canceled, to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. Because I know they cancel ones when people go completely off the wall sometimes.
Yeah.
So. Well, you know what? We'll have to just run it back sometime then if that's the case.
That Raven stack. It's not the one you expected in the first 2 rounds.
Definitely not. Okay, so we're at pick 130. My gut is telling me to go Zay Jones for the T-Law.
Yeah.
And then we'll get one of these other running backs that on the way back. So that's fine. And then we're at 6 wide receivers, and we can look for Tyquan later on to make it 7. And I think we would be good at wide receiver. So
love it. That sounds great.
Because I mean, all these running backs I like them all, but they're all pretty much the same. Like whatever.
Yeah, just different iterations of the same bet. Old Gibson, though, man, I would love to see him just get that lead back role somehow.
Gibson, oh my God, yeah, I
love that dude.
It's so funny, like it's all about cost and dynasty. Like I hated Gibson. I was like, no way would I ever touch him. And then now he's in the 13th round, and I'm like, every single time.
Yeah. Give me the 6 foot 220 guy that runs like, what is it, 4.4, or is he sub 4.4?
I think he ran a 4.3. And he played wide receiver.
Yeah, 75 running back carries in college. It's great.
Okay, let's see. This is a weird range. Like Mostert goes 146 and Wilson. So like we don't really want to reach on them that far, even though we do want one of them. So I'm assuming one of them will fall to us next. So
okay. Who's your preference between the 2?
I like Wilson more just because he's younger, and Mostert, like I know he was healthy last year, but same thing. Like I feel like he always gets hurt, but
yeah.
Okay. You want to go your boy Gibson? I'm fine with any of these guys, honestly.
Yeah,
we don't really.
It.
Yeah, we don't. Well,
or do you want to lock up your Dolphins?
No, definitely not. But no. I'm good with it. I'm trying to think if we have any correlation going right now. I mean, Elijah Mitchell. Well, let's go Gibson for TheELCoach. We'll go Gibson.
Cherished.
I was thinking just we have Arizona, Seattle. We could do an NFC West with Elijah Mitchell.
Pull that in. Yeah.
It's not that much. Like we don't have any San Francisco, so it doesn't really matter. It's a tiebreaker, but it's not like end all be all.
Elijah Mitchell closing out games for CMC last year was something to watch.
I mean, I think I like Elijah Mitchell just because he's going to get some standalone value. So like if you need a guy to give you like and half people, I mean, he doesn't catch passes anyway, so whatever. 10 points, and then if CMC goes down,
they'll lean on him.
He could give you some big spike weeks. So yeah. What about Algier after Bijan going there? I feel like
we know they're going to run the piss out of the ball. I mean, and he's even said as much where like he realizes he doesn't want one guy to do it, so he wants to kind of spread that out. So I don't know what what Algier would end up with as far as like the percentage of carries. Like, but I feel like he's gonna get work.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll probably fall a little bit, and then I'll be scooping him up. Like he's the handcuff to Bijan. Like
Yeah,
like and you like you said, like it's the same thing as Elijah Mitchell. Basically, it's the same exact thing. Like he's going to get some standalone value. They're not going to give Bijan every single touch. Like the Falcons are going to run a lot, and he can catch passes. And yeah, he's a handcuff plus.
yeah.
Okay.
I like that handcuff plus. Sounds very exclusive.
I don't think I coined that. I think someone else coined that, but okay. So yeah, we're definitely going running back here, I would say, because we have 6 wide receivers and we can tack on someone late to make it 7. I'm pretty comfortable with 7 wide receivers, like especially when we took 4 in the first, whatever, like 7 rounds.
It's good. Filled that desire.
Hello, fantasy dysfunctional. So I sound like I'm talking to myself. Okay. So yeah, for QB, did Jimmy G already go? Oh no. Okay. So yeah, we can see who I'm fine with either of those quarterbacks late to give us 2.
Right
and
on.
then I say we just keep it at 2 unless you know what, we actually do have probably a luxury pick. So we could actually maybe go both of them to give us three stacks.
All right. Luxury picks, handcuff plus. Like this is some velvet rope stuff here. I love it.
So yeah, I think we go Algier if he falls to us, because that's like, he's falling because of Bijan, obviously, but I mean,
Yeah. How far
think
past ADP is he right now?
I mean, I think he's still going to settle around this range, maybe
Okay.
a little bit earlier. So I think it's fine. Well, I'm trying to think. We do have a lot of.
See, this is where I just go brain pretzels and
Oh, there you go.
go
Algier
sideways.
got taken, so.
Damn.
And Mostert got taken. Okay, well.
Pickles.
Well, we don't want Zeke. We don't want any of these guys. Wow, this is a very rough spot. Okay. Do you want to go Ty J Spears to go with T-Law, or do you want to go Jillian Moore?
I feel like Tajay. That's who you called first. What are you feeling?
Yeah, and then I say
The man with no ACL?
yeah. Wait. So
What is that?
behind that?
I don't even know, man. That sounds insane.
I just don't understand how he torched USC's defense with no ACL. Like, I just don't understand it. Like,
it's crazy.
Okay, yeah, I think we go Tank Big. It's a little bit above ADP, but the running backs are very gross right now. Either one of these guys is fine though. Jalen Warren, because we have Andrews, but I think Tank Bigsby to he's a Jag, so I think we go the Jag.
Tank Pigsby, thick boy.
He's not that thick though. I feel like he's like only like. No, Zach Evans. It was over 200 pounds. Tank Bigsby. You're right. Tank Bigsby was actually a little bit bigger. Okay, let's go Tank. Let's add a Tank to our squad.
Tough.
He's built
Tank Tajay. Tajay and Tony. Look at this. It's coming together.
So I mean, we're at 5 running backs. Let's queue up some guys.
Do you have opinions on Nico having that wide receiver room down in Houston? I want nothing to do with him. To be honest,
I don't want anything to do with him. I've seen a lot of smart people saying to buy him. Like, I think it's more like dynasty focused, but even Bestball, like I don't know. We just don't like. It's just a random shit show at wide receiver. So like, yeah. But in dynasty, I think he is a buy though, because people are gonna hype him up with being with Stroud. Like, I think whatever,
Yeah.
Well, there you go. He goes. But yeah.
I mean, Stroud could have been with Marvin Harrison Jr. next year, but they had to use that pick to get Will Anderson this year. Like,
That was
totally makes sense.
I didn't understand that at all.
Love the Texans.
I just want to shout out some of the people in the chat. We got Vaporware. He's a Bestball sicko. We got Paul, the OG Bestball sicko. These guys are grinding. Like these are grinders. We
In
like
the trenches.
Yeah, they're in the trenches. I swear Paul is in every single draft. I actually don't think he's in this one right now, but like I swear he's in every single. I remember in 2020 when I think Underdog had just launched, and I was seeing Paul just ripping him, and there's a guy named Eagles with 3 Z's at the end, and they like these are the OGs. Like the thing is we're still getting into best ball like pretty early. Like I know it's a $3 million tournament now, but like it really, I think that there was like draft and stuff like in like 2015, 2016, but Underdog is like in its infancy. Like we're getting in on Tesla like in like 2013. So
it's great, man.
So that's why I'm having you on now, so we can reminisce back when we win $3 million and
those Bestball Mania 4 days.
Okay?
Oh, okay. Love it.
Okay.
Oh, Taekwon, you're gonna do it. I love it. Marvin Mims, yeah.
Like we said, rookies. Like Marvin Mims, I've been taking him. Like I think I have like 50% Marvin Mims because it's just like he's gonna go up. Wandale, I don't really like any of these guys. We could go Hardman for AFC East. Running back. I'm fine with Chase Brown.
Yeah. Oh,
one of these.
Yep.
I say we let's definitely take one quarterback.
Yeah, man.
And then we can decide if we take Mac, then we should probably take Taekwon. Yeah.
Who's your preference between Jimmy G and Mac Jones? Which Miata are you going to drive off the lot?
I mean, probably Jimmy, just because he's linked to Devontae.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have. I mean, and we can still take Taekwon without Mac. I don't really care. We can. It's still week 17 correlation, whatever. Yeah. Chase Brown went. I was gonna say he's been like he's going 180. I think when it started, it was like 195 or something.
What was he, like a fifth round pick?
He was a 5th round pick. Okay, we're on the clock. Yeah, I say we go Jimmy.
Yeah, man.
I think
Lock it in.
Jimmy, like that could be like a huge blow up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 quarterbacks.
Look at the discipline waiting this long to get your second QB.
The thing is like, what's really the difference between like Derek Carr and Jimmy and Mac Jones? Like, yes, he's better, but like, not how much better? Like 18 points a game versus 16 points a game. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Should we go triple stack it up? And we have 2 more rounds so we can still get another running back and another wide receiver.
Love it.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Do your thing. You're in the zone. You're in the zone, man.
Hey, I've done 9 so far, so this is my 10th.
Yeah.
And I took some time off too because there wasn't any drafts for a little bit, but I was still watching streams because that's how much of a sicko I am.
It's okay. I mean, I feel like I've been in rookie draft overload a little bit.
I'm in like I'm literally just scrolling and just opening and like trying to see if I'm on the clock. I'm just like, oh, what the hell is going on?
Have I taken Sam Laporta in this league yet? No. All right. Well, it's time to take Sam Laporta in this league.
You're like every single one. Like this is our target.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with. Well, we have a while before we pick again.
So, what are your thoughts on like a guy like Lenny, where he's not signed anywhere yet, and we're drafting early in the tournament, and there's chance that he doesn't get picked up anywhere, and you've got kind of a dead spot. Like, have you had that happen before, like last year at all, or kind of what's your thoughts there?
I mean, I just feel like there's no way he goes lower in ADP. Like, even if he gets a shitty landing spot, like, he's going 188. Like, who are the running backs going around here? It's like Michael Carter, who is like the 4th string running back on the Jets. Like Chuba, who, I mean, I guess I actually like Chuba, but yeah, I mean, like Kareem Hunt, same thing. I mean, I like Lenny more than Kareem Hunt just because I feel like he at least showed something last year, whereas Kareem Hunt was just complete, basically nothing.
Yeah, a little worried about Kareem.
Yeah, man, even if he signs it's like either way he wins. He signs to a shitty team and he gets more like percentage of the carries and touches, or he signs to a good team and he gets whatever, a better offense. So I don't know. It's like it's a win-win situation for me. Like I've been taking a ton of them.
Right on.
Okay, so we have 2 rounds left. I'd say we're obviously good at quarterback. We're good at tight end. I say we tack on. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, I say we tack on, so that'll be 6 running backs, 7 wide receivers. I think that's pretty, like, perfect, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds robust.
Oh, no. Fat boy Lenny went. That would have just been, like, the icing on the cake if we would have gotten Lenny.
Can't win them all. You can't win them all. Mark Andrews secured, though. I mean, that's the important thing.
Okay, let's see. We got Shakir we could take. Who else correlates with what we got? I don't think Corey Davis is going to stay on the Jets.
Yeah, no. Devontae?
Okay.
You got Devontae Parker down there.
Oh, yeah, we got Devontae Parker. You know what? That's a really good one. You know what? They don't call you the TheELCoach for nothing.
Oh, boy. I don't want to be known for Devontae Parker takes. It's bad. Terrible process.
I mean, hey, at this point, like, all these guys are pretty much the same, so. Robert Woods. I don't think I've taken a single Robert Woods.
Bobby Trees.
Okay, we're up in a second. Boutte. Deontay Hardy. Okay, let's see. Let's take one run. I mean, we can wait on running back, honestly. Like, there's so many guys I'm fine with. So if we want to take one of these guys first, it doesn't really matter.
I got a shout out for Jerome Ford in the chat, I think. Jerome Ford was a winner in the NFL draft.
Yeah, I have a lot of Jerome Ford in Bestball and Dynasty. Like, I think I jumped the ship a little bit last year just because I thought he was going to be a thing, but he wasn't. But now I'm not selling him. What are you going to sell him for? I'm pretty hyped for Ford. Yeah, people were saying Hardy. I kind of like Shakir more. I don't know. What do you think? What's your Shakir Hardy take? I feel like we take Shakir.
I dig Shakir. I think you got some name swagger there. High powered offense. Yeah. It's good. Hardy's with Buffalo now too.
Bro,
so yeah.
This one turned out real nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Hardy's the guy that always has like the eternal tease on like the small sample metrics, right?
Yeah. He was like the OG Rashid Shaheed.
Yes.
Like, he only catches like 20 passes, but he scores like 5 touchdowns.
Love it.
Vaporware is saying Hardy might spike more. I think Hardy, he's going to be the kick returner, so like he's going to be active on game days. So like he might get some spikes. I just think Shakir is better. Like, he's more like, he looked pretty good last year when he actually got some run. So I mean, yeah, I don't think Kincaid, like I said, we don't think Kincaid is really going to like do that much year one. So yeah, it's just betting on a couple of spike weeks, whatever. I mean, Josh Allen could throw 2 touchdowns to him. Okay. Let's see. We can't take Pierre Strong because we already have him. Latavius. We already have a Bills running back.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly don't really care either way on this one. Cleveland. Let's go. No, let's go Hubbard. I like Hubbard.
The Chuba.
I thought Chuba was going to be so good when he came out. Like I was like, this man is like, he was a track athlete.
Yeah.
He was super fast.
Ridiculous speed. Ridiculous.
But
And
he's
gets
just
to go up against Big 12 defenses, and he looks even faster. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I think his junior year he was projected to be like a second round pick or something.
Yeah.
Like he should have came out. He
Yeah.
should have came out his junior year. Yeah, I was watching this. I saw this today too as well. What if Pat Carane, the $2 million man, said, what if Kincaid 2023 is just Isaiah Likely 2022? I completely agree. Like, I think people are getting way over their skis on Kincaid. I just don't get it. Like, he's a tight end. He's a rookie. They have Knox, who they signed to like a big contract last year. They have Shakir. They have Hardy. Who knows? Maybe they'll trade for D-Hop. They have Gabe Davis. Like, there's just so many people that
it's like the blinders on the landing spot are in full effect. It feels like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the Sky Moore of, it's like the Sky Moore of tight ends. Like, it's just like people see the Bills and they just go blind. They just like, all right, man. Okay, let's just recap it super quick. We got T-Law, who fell a little bit past ADP, so we were happy to scoop him up there and get some backdoor stacks. We got Jimmy, who correlates with their car. So that's a nice one right there. Very late, pick 178. We got Mac Jones, who correlates with Ramondre and the Bills and Juju. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
We got Ramondre. We like fat running backs. Damian Harris, good offense, can score a couple touchdowns any week. Gibson,
you gotta be at least 220 to get into this club, man. At least 220 to get into this running back room.
Except for Ty J. We should have taken a fatter running back for the brand, but
yeah.
We got Gibson, same thing, fat and can catch passes. Ty J, honestly, I'm pretty scared of Ty J, but who knows? Maybe Derrick Henry gets traded and he like just blows up. I mean, I don't know.
I heard somebody comp him to who was the Eagles running back a couple of years ago?
Gainwell?
No, Ajayi. Like same, like the knee things, like one contract running back, like just scary. Now I can't get that out of my head. That's all I think about when I see Tyjae Spears.
Yeah, I mean, I think his profile is pretty ass, but he like, I don't know. He just like, I just watched like him play football and I'm just like, I don't know. I think he could be fine. Like, I don't know. Vibalytics, like no numbers based anything, but just like, I don't know. I think he could be fine. And who knows what's going to happen with Derrick Henry? He's 29. So yeah.
Nothing but good things are going to happen with Derrick Henry, my guy. Come on. Don't say that.
Yeah. I forgot. You have too much. You have way too much Derrick Henry. I think in like 2 out of the 4 leagues you have Derrick Henry or more.
Couple Derrick Henrys in the 7th round. We're good.
Dewey says Harris gets at least 2 revenge games if you're into narrative.
That's the AFC East, man. Like they're always just like swapping the players around, and they get vicious.
I like it. Hey, what we're betting on with this is Week 17, Buffalo, New England. Ramondre goes off for 3 touchdowns. Diggs goes off for 3 touchdowns. We win. We win $3 million. That's all.
Spite games. That's what this is. Spite. Good motivation.
Where did Bijan went? Paperwork. Bijan went.
Is it 104
overall? Number 4 overall. Someone has rookie fever. Okay. I don't hate it, to be honest, but I mean, you don't have to take him there. So like, what's the point? Like,
maybe it's somebody that's only been stuck at like 111, 112 and just keeps missing him. And it's like, no, I'm getting him. Today's the day I get Bijan.
You know what? I've changed my take. I actually don't mind it because I don't know if they actually like stacked up their team well and everything. And it's a bad bro, so he probably did, but it's such a big tournament and we don't know. I mean, Bijan could go up, you know what I mean? But it's good to get a unique like stack, because if you would never get Bijan and Waddle probably. Like if you were just taking them where the ADP was. So I actually don't mind it. If you're gonna if you're a type of person where you're only gonna draft like 10 drafts, then like okay, probably don't take guys and try to switch it up too much. But if you're gonna take like 100 drafts, like it's good to just get random combinations of players that you wouldn't get otherwise. So yeah.
Do you think there's any chance he overtakes CMC in ADP?
I think there's
close
a chance
to redraft season. Like,
I think there's a chance. I mean, I for me personally, I'm taking Christian McCaffrey every time, but I can definitely see people buying into it. Like once we see a couple of videos of Bijan like in August, like and his quads look big and like whatever, he's gonna
catching passes in slow-mo.
He's gonna make a one-handed catch and is gonna get a trillion retweets on Twitter, and yeah, he could get pushed up pretty far, honestly.
Love it.
Vaporware says he's taking him at 6. Yeah, I mean, I prefer him to Jonathan Taylor because I think we love A-Rich, but I don't think A-Rich is going to dump it off that much. Like Ritter is going to dump it off a lot more. So yeah.
Yeah, I would bank on that for sure. I'm excited to watch JT run with A-Rich. The checkdowns. I mean, that's just a thing with mobile QBs. You don't see the checkdowns at the same level at all. So, but maybe Minshew plays for half the season and we get him. I don't know.
I mean, that would be great, honestly. He checks it down a ton. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's always weird because you're balancing like running quarterbacks. They help with the efficiency so much, the running efficiency, but then there's so many scrambles and they don't really usually pass it down, drop it down to the running backs as much. So it's like you're trying to balance the two, but I feel like pass catching, I guess it's half PPR. So
yeah, it's muted a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually, you know what? Yeah, that's actually a good point. I feel like my brain still thinks in PPR all the time.
It's hard to differentiate the two sometimes.
So yeah, what else? Yeah, we got Jacksonville, Tank Bigsby. We got Chuba. He doesn't really correlate with anything, but whatever. Maybe Miles Sanders gets hurt. Diggs, Adams, JSN. We didn't stack with anyone, but we have 3 quarterbacks stacked. So
yeah, that's what you want.
Zay Jones. He's probably not going to do anything, but maybe Ridley gets hurt or gets suspended again or something. Well, I guess, I mean,
yeah, Zay had like a couple of random like 25, 30-point games.
Yeah, I think he had 2 30 bombs.
Take it, 30 bombs. Love it.
Engram had 2 40 bombs.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Julio for giving me some Ingram last year. That was great. Saved the season.
Oh, that was crazy. And then, yeah, I think this is a really good team. I really hope it doesn't get thrown out because of the freaking guy taking Lamar Jackson and OBJ in the second round. It honestly might, but
yeah, that's wild. It's not like, like $25 isn't nothing. Like it's not like a low barrier for entry. So that's curious.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like someone trying to like tank the draft so they can get guys a little bit later on, because I feel like some weird stuff happens sometimes, but yeah. Here you go. I mean, are you doing anything else? I mean, we got 8 people in here. Do you want to go through some more rookie stuff, or what do you want to do?
You want to keep talking through rookies, man? I'm good. I'm down for whatever.
You want to go for like another 10, 15 minutes, and then we can call it a night?
That works for me. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, 8 people. I think that's the most people we've ever had. To be honest, I think it's usually like 4.
Hey, this is good. You're growing your audience. This is good. They're coming for the content, man.
Yeah. I mean, you got to use promo code Bindles. I'm sure all these people already draft Bestball teams, so it's probably not going to help me at all. But who knows? Maybe we'll get some. I added a bunch of like search terms under my video, using my marketing background to try to like get some SEM from like YouTube searches.
Yeah,
I think we had a couple of people last time actually hop in that were just like Googling stuff.
Yeah, I remember there was one dude that said that. Yeah.
YouTube, so.
Yeah, man. This is
The
good.
paper
Like,
where it says, "What is best ball?"
best ball near me.
Let's Google best ball right now and see what comes up. I was trying to explain best ball to my girlfriend, and it was like the most like it was like her talking to me about like Kylie lip kits. I just was like, I have no idea what's going on, like at all.
I just blacked out. What happened?
Julio,
My guy. Shout out to the L, the only league that matters. It's good.
Okay, so I think the last guy we were talking about was Mingo.
Yeah.
So Kendre. Wait, sorry, one more comment. Best ball is something only the crazy people talk about in May. His lip kits are legit.
That's great.
That is true, though. I was watching best ball streams in February, so
What else is there to do?
I work remotely, so
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Kendre. I kind of like his landing spot, and I think he's a pretty good profile. Like, I think he's actually like pretty. He's been going. I guess he's been going usually around this range, but a few times I've seen him fall. Yeah, I mean he's like we said, big. I don't think he had great pass catching chops, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, I think a solid profile. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think New Orleans with all the Kamara hoopla, it could be pretty nice.
Yeah, I think he'll get some playing time. I think like that's the thing this year is like we have some good profiles. We just don't have like real like sexy landing spots overall. But kind of you gotta draft the profile and hope that something sticks at some point. I mean,
Paul, is that better? Yeah, I just think like it's you have to lean into the like just like uncertain situations. People get so scared about like whatever, like just like there's three guys like with Miami, and it just doesn't really matter. Like after you get like there's a few running backs that are like bell cows. But then after that, it's like they're all in the committee anyways. And especially with like they're that's why they're cheap, right?
Yeah.
Like so yeah.
I mean, once you have like 7 to 8 wide receivers on your team, you don't need any more. Don't do it. Don't keep chasing them. Just get the running backs. You'll get them in there at some point. It's fine.
Yeah, the key to dynasty is just like have 20 terrible running backs on your bench.
Yeah.
And a couple of them are gonna get a chance, and then you're fine. And it's so like I almost never roster a wide receiver. Jacob Sanderson from the Bulletproof Discord, and he has a new newsletter called Thinking About Thinking, which is amazing. He's one of the smartest people in fantasy football, I think. He used to call it the Samaj P line, which is like any running back past Samaj P line, you just don't take. I think he was trying to come up with a new name for it, but yeah, it's like, what is the upside for like whatever? Like I guess Adam Thielen is not the greatest case, but whatever. Some of these wide receivers that people take, and it's just like, when are you ever going to start them anyways? Like, there's no point. Like, it's just going to take up a spot on your roster clogger. So yeah.
Let me tell you a story about Denzel Mims.
That's literally the perfect. It's like you're holding on hope. You're like in the back of your head. You're like, oh man, like this guy, he just needs a chance. Yep. Like who was it? Brian Edwards. Like, like people were he got traded to the Falcons, and people were like, yeah, man, he's gonna break out. And you're just like, man, like if he didn't, like we saw, rookie wide receivers, like when they're good pretty much right away. Like obviously there might be a couple, like Garrett Wilson was amazing.
Yeah.
Watson, once he was not injured, was amazing.
Like that was like one of the biggest learning curves I had coming from redraft into dynasties. You get it hammered in your head like it takes 3 years for wide receivers to like break out really. I remember hearing that like all the time. And like after kind of like doing this for a couple of years, like it's like, no, they pop or they don't. And you'll get some signals, you'll know what to look for, but like, yeah.
Paul said he has his 3 rookie drafts starting tomorrow. So we're definitely not going to go all over it again. So just go back and watch it, Paul. But essentially, don't take Levis in the first round and don't take Kincaid in the first round. Everyone else pretty much just take it ADP. David's just been saying like after Bijan, just take someone at ADP or trade back and like whatever, pick up some capital. That's pretty much it.
Have you flipped your late firsts for any like existing players? Have you had success with that?
So you know me, but for people that don't know, I'm very much turning into a boomer in Dynasty where like I only roster like 28 plus year old wide receivers and just load up on quarterback and tight end. And I've been getting a lot of Pollard and Ramondre and then cheap running backs, but there's just oh shit, what was I gonna say? It's late and I just completely lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Do you remember?
You were talking about being a boomer. We were talking about trading away those late firsts.
Okay, so I feel like it's been hard to trade my picks during the draft, which I feel like is counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing for you? Like, I feel like it's been really hard.
Yeah, that one where I got I traded away the 2-5 for Lockett. That's the only one that I've been able to get to pop. I did move some late firsts before the draft, but I haven't been able to get anything during the draft. It's very, very weird this year. It feels like, yeah.
It's weird.
And even like moving up and down.
Yeah, the late first is like not great, but people still want the picks, which is like, I've only been playing Dynasty for 2 years, but it's just weird. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I'd rather have a guy that's actually going to give me points than this. I mean,
yeah,
it's just not worth it. Yeah, I traded for Amari Cooper. I mean, I've been trying to trade my picks for months and months and months.
Yeah.
So I can't really recall. I've traded my 102s for Dak and Kyler, I think. So that's definitely the move, is try to move those guys for Dak and Kyler if you can.
I feel like people are angry at this draft class at this point for some, like that's the vibe that I'm getting. Like they just are like spike clicking the picks. It feels like sometimes.
It's weird. Like, people are all out, and then just immediately they watch the NFL draft, and they're just like they're like rats to like cheese. They're just like, okay, rookies. Yeah, it's hilarious. But okay, let's keep going. Rashee Rice, you know what? I don't think he should go 205. Like, I definitely think Mims and Downs should go ahead of him. But like after that, like I don't hate it. Like it's he's going way cheaper than, like, he's basically like Sky Moore similar. I mean, he's not as good of a profile, but like he's on the Chiefs. Like, there's a chance whatever he could be. So.
And he's one of the few big boys in this class too, right? Like he's 200 plus, right?
He's like, I think he's like 6'1", like 200. Yeah, he's decent sized. Yeah, he's not small. I guess that's big compared to freaking Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison, who are like 170. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big boy. I played football and I played D tackle, but like I was 170 pounds in 6th grade, 7th grade. Like, bro, like that's small, even for a wide receiver. Hooker definitely should not be going. I like Hooker, but I don't think he should be going 205 or 206. That doesn't make sense to me.
Only 1 year younger than Lamar.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Crazy.
I mean, what do you think about the Lions landing spot, though?
I mean, I dig it. I think the Lions are. People want to criticize the early parts of their draft this year, but like they've built out that team so well for the most part, which is crazy to say about Detroit. I just kind of I think they have a type, and I think they know what they're doing. So I'm gonna trust their judgment on it. His tape isn't like the most exciting. Like their offense seemed pretty, I don't want to say like basic, but like I don't think he was asked to do a lot. I think
It wasn't an NFL
player.
offense for sure. Yeah, not even close.
So I'm curious to see what happens. But I mean, like, dude's got he's in an ideal spot. He's got no pressure. Goff's in front of him for a year, maybe a couple of years, and he can develop and become something for him, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks that can run, like, and cheap quarterbacks that can run, he's worth a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's worth a shot at 206, but whatever. Like, pretty much after Mims and Downs, like, I would be down to take him. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the stuff about Mims's like high school numbers? Like, just legendary. Like, look it up when you're done. Like, it just crazy stuff. He holds a bunch of like records in Texas for his high school stuff. Beast.
I have
Marvin Mims.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Did you know that Marvin Mims is Denzel Mims' brother?
What?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I swear to Mark Andrews. Okay.
Could it be Marvin Mids if that's the case? No.
But I don't know. I mean, you know what? I don't want to hold it against him just because his brother sucks. Like, there's a lot of athletes. There's a lot of like just some brothers are cool. Some brothers are not. Some brothers are good at sports. Some brothers are not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold it against them. So I'm just going to try to be objective about it, even though Denzel Mims, that hurts a lot.
I remember the Brent Coleman hype video for Denzel Mims that just burned me so bad. Like, it's a certainty that this guy is going to produce. And like Coleman was just like owning it afterwards. He's like, I'm sorry for the curse, guys. Felt so bad. Like that tape was hot.
I love Brett Coleman, but that man does not know about fantasy. Like real life football, he's like extremely smart. Like, he should be like a scout. Like, he should do something with the NFL. I think he like wanted to, but it's like it's such like a shitty job. You have to like work really long hours. You have to do crazy stuff, but like, he obviously could. Like, he has like a huge YouTube channel that's extremely well produced and everything, and he's extremely knowledgeable. But for he's not a true sicko in like he's a sicko in like a real football sense, but not in like a fantasy sense. Yeah.
Oh, we got a Riley Ridley shout out in the chat.
That you know what, that is a perfect example. Imagine no. Think about this. Imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if Riley Ridley got drafted first and he was the older one, and then we passed on Calvin Ridley because of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that would hurt.
Yeah, it would hurt. How do you feel about Downs on the Colts? Are you vibing, or what's going on?
I mean, I'm hyped. I think he's a great player. He slipped pretty far in the draft. I thought he had a pretty good profile and everything. I'm like the Colts. I think I've told you this before about how they are addicted to Raz drafting. Like, if you are an 8.5 or above, they will figure out a way to get you on the roster. Which I think is great.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited to see it pan out. I think he's going to be a great in the slot. I don't know how much slot they're like the slot personnel packages they're going to be running. Getting Richardson kind of up and running. I think it might be a little bit like more heavier personnel. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that stuff, but like I could see them kind of bringing him along, similar to, like what the Eagles did with Hurts. But yeah, like I think he's a good fit. I'm excited to watch him play, but I'm going to let my hype for Richardson get carried away, and I'll just kind of like let everything else. Like, I'm not going to, I don't want to like have too high of expectations. I'm ready to be surprised.
I honestly thought Downs was going to go like early second. I thought he might sneak into the first. I was 100% like, his profile is just amazing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the Brett Colemans of the NFL, they're like, this guy's small and he's a slot only guy. So like, whatever, like, they're not playing fantasy football. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I mean, I don't love the landing spot, but I think he's fine here. I think I do prefer Mims over him though. Like, I think, just the downfield nature and that he can play outside, I think that just lends itself to more of a fantasy friendly profile.
Yeah, I think Mims has a lot easier obstacles to overcome in front of him too. Like there's some weird stuff going on with the Broncos and the wide receivers where we're going to ship them off. No, we're not going to ship them off. Like Mims could carve out a role pretty early, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Patrick's coming up in ACL, and the other guys, like Judy looked good last year. Cortland Sutton is like pretty mid. So yeah, they'll probably, honestly, I feel like they're going to cut or trade one of them. So
yeah.
Ty Spears, we already kind of talked about, so I don't know if we really want to talk about him, but yeah. What about Hyatt? I can't believe he fell so far.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was going to be like a late first guy. I thought I had him like kind of pegged to the Chiefs. I thought that would be a fun fit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they really like the Giants definitely have a type for wide receivers this offseason, it seems like. So I feel like him and Paris Campbell are well, no, they're not really redundant, but like they have a ton of slot receivers there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
he's definitely a vertical threat.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if he would have went second round to the Giants, I feel like I would have felt a lot better. But I just think third round, like, I don't think he's going to be a priority to get on the field. Like with Hodgins and Slayton, like, I don't know if he's better. He might be better than them, but like, I don't. Yeah. Third round, it's not showing so much confidence in him that they're gonna they need him to start. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and we have target hog Wandale coming off ACL surgery. Don't forget that.
Vaporware, have a good night, sir. Okay, let's finish out the third round and then let's call it a night. It's getting pretty late, but names we already talked about. What about Roshan? What are your thoughts on Roshan?
Spicy landing spot, man, with the Bears. Like they're going to be something. They're going to run a lot. He's got good profile, good good build and everything. There's some metrics where I think he did better than Bijan did. Was it like elusiveness or like?
Yeah, it was. I forget what it was. It was like some like broken tackle. I think it was like percentage. It was something like that. I forget. But yeah.
I think he's a quality running back. Like that's the kind of guy you want to get at the end of round 2.
Yeah, I really like him. Like it basically just comes down to he's big and catches passes. I'm repeating myself, but that's literally what it is. Like
you have a type.
Yeah, I like the landing spot because like it's like the thing we're talking about where like whatever, like one of the guys could get hurt and you could get 10 to 15 carries a game just because they're going to run so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think you're probably going to have to wait because I do think Foreman and Herbert are like pretty solid. But
I'm excited to see Foreman in that offense, man. Oh my goodness.
Foreman is such a freaking bully of a runner. It's pretty nice to watch. That'll be nice. Hopefully their O-line is a little bit better so they can, you know what I mean, get some.
That man terrorized Atlanta last year. My gosh. He put up some numbers against them.
I think he had like 30 carries, like 29 carries or something like that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to 301 with Laporta since you love him so much. But yeah, Tank Bigsby, I think it's a pretty good landing spot actually because it's kind of like the Elijah Mitchell and Tyler Algier like we're talking about. Like ETN, like he has some injury history. It's a good offense.
There were some games too where like ETN was carrying a lot last year towards the end. So I think like Bigsby's going to be a good fit there to kind of give him a spell every once in a while, and then
I completely agree. Yeah, I think he has like some standalone role, and then he has a contingent upside. So yeah, he was super super highly recruited. In like I think he was like a 5-star, and he kind of fizzled out a little bit. But there's a lot of guys that are their situation is really poor. in college, and then they get to a better situation in the NFL and they really pop. So
Yeah.
I really like him. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll finish off with your man Sam.
How you feel about Mark Andrews is how I'm starting to feel about Sam Laporta. I love Iowa tight ends. Dallas Clark, obviously, like Colt legend. George
Yeah.
Kittle. I mean, they turn him out there. Noah Fant, TJ Hawkinson, but like Laporta, great profile. Super early second round.
Yeah.
Yak monster going to be playing with Jared Goff. Like you couldn't put him in a better situation. I'm excited to see him play. That's my guy this year. I feel like.
Yeah, man. There's no like. It's James Mitchell is the other tight. Like, I mean, obviously they could add some veteran, whatever, but like he has a landing strip to get going, and I don't. Yeah, like we said, I think I prefer him straight up to Kincaid. Like I get like market wise, like you'd take Kincaid obviously, but like yeah, man, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna be this year's like Dulcich, where like he's gonna really like show some. I don't know, whatever. Like he's still a tight end and he's a rookie, so he might not put up crazy like for redraft numbers. But like we're gonna be going to next year and we're gonna be like, you have to get this guy. So yeah, you might as well get him now when he's cheap.
The grit narrative with him and Dan Campbell is just going to be ridiculous.
They took another Iowa tight end. They literally drafted TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
They were like, screw you, get off our team. We don't want to pay you. And then they're just like, okay, we're just going to replace you with a cheaper version of you. Yeah.
It's awesome.
And yeah, like I don't know. I love it. I'm a Lions fan. I'm pretty hyped. Like it's funny because he was kind of a late riser, like in the draft and everything. Like no one was really talking about him.
Yeah.
And like I was seeing him pop up in some sicko February streams of people talking about him. And then he gets drafted in early second round. Like that's pretty wild. So
yeah, I think the only concern is really like what is it, the height? Because he's a little short for tight end. But I mean, like
what? I think he's like 6'3" or 6'4". But I mean, honestly, Dulcich isn't that big either.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're super similar. Like honestly, I feel like obviously Dulcich has already shown it in the NFL, but like we said, Laporta's landing strip is really great. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, and then we actually have to go. But right. Jaden Reed, because I'm a Michigan State fan, so I'll talk about him. He produced. I think he outproduced who's the guy that got Dwayne Eskridge at Western Michigan as I think an 18-year-old or like 17-year-old. And then he transfers to Michigan State and he has some pretty good numbers. I think he's very versatile. He can kind of like get some returner stuff going, which will help him like make a roster and like stick. And he's pretty explosive. He didn't have crazy numbers testing wise, but like solid enough. So yeah, I mean, and he got drafted in the second round. So I think that like as much as the Packers, we joke that like they don't ever take wide receivers and like they kind of don't know what they're doing. Yeah. They've been pretty successful for a long time, and I kind of trust them. I don't know if it's just my Michigan State bias coming through, but it's not like Dubs is like some guy that can't be usurped. So yeah, I like him at the like early third range.
Yeah, man, that's a good spot for him. I'm excited to see what the Jordan Love offense looks like and what how these different pieces will fit in there. It'll be cool to see.
I think everyone is kind of just assuming that Jordan Love is going to be terrible. And I think it's really a situation where we should be leaning into it, kind of like Seattle last year, where everyone just was assuming that like whoever their quarterback was going to be terrible. So
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. They haven't given us any indications that he is terrible. Like they haven't like brought in anybody to compete against him. So I don't know if they're going to like go with like, hey, it's sink or swim. Like this is it or what? But like they seem comfortable with him. So we should listen to that.
I mean, yeah, whatever. He's not. he's probably not going to be amazing, but like, what is the expectation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if he's like league average, like their offense is way too cheap right now. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's just like even Watson, like for what he did his rookie year, he's getting the Jordan Love discount. But like, I think if Rodgers was still there, he'd be going even higher than he is. Like,
yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. This was really, really fun. We got 8 people, which is, that's those are big YouTube numbers. We're gonna get some money coming in soon with those numbers. But I really appreciate you hopping on, and I will see you in the Dynasty streets.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. It was good stuff.
Also, I love your shirt, by the way. That just set the tone for the whole stream.
It's great. There's only one way to go. Rain Spooner. They're perfect. Sponsorships. Get with Bindles.
Yeah, marketing. We both work in marketing.
Be good, man. Thanks again.
All right, man. Have a great night. Thanks, guys.